Yet another show of strength, Pakistan's united opposition held a massive rally to mark the 13th death anniversary of the country's former Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto. The opposition vowed to march to the capital Islamabad if the Prime Minister Imran Khan did not step down by the 31st of January next year. Thousands attended the rally in Larkana city, which is the ancestral home of the politically influential Bhutto family. Benazir Bhutto, remember, was assassinated at a rally in Rawalpindi in 2007. Speaking at this rally, the PPP chairman Bilawal Bhutto Zardari said that his mother Benazir Bhutto hoped that the party would continue to fight for justice. PMLN leader Maryam Nawaz was among the main speakers at the event. This was organized by the Pakistan Democratic Movement, which is an alliance of 11 opposition parties. Calling for Imran Khan's resignation, Maryam Nawaz said that his fight was not against the PDM but the people of Pakistan.
कान खोल कर सुन लो, तुम्हारी जंग पीडीएम से नहीं है, तुम्हारी जंग इन 22 करोड़ अवाम से है जिनके ऊपर तुम बिजली और कहर बन के टूटे हो.
And while the rally was met with success, it was not able to put an end to speculation of the rift within the PDM. This as the GOIF chief, Maulana Fazlur Rahman, skipped the rally even after Bilawal Bhutto Zardari personally invited all the leading opposition leaders to this event. The PDM party leaders will next meet on the 1st of January in Lahore. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Imran Khan has called for a meeting of the government spokespersons ahead of the deadline of the PDM resignations in order to devise a strategy after the PDM gathering that took place yesterday. Joining us on the broadcast is senior journalist Imtiaz Gul from Islamabad for more perspectives. Thanks very much for speaking with us here on WION World is One. Let me begin by asking you for your assessment of this rift that we are now seeing within the Pakistan Democratic Movement, with Fazlur Rahman not being a part of this crucial rally. Do we read more into the absence of this leader from the movement's rally, which is another show of strength? And also give us a better sense of the support that the opposition leaders and this movement actually enjoys on the ground.
Well, it's not really a movement. It's a grouping of disparate parties, most of whom have been at each other's throat in the past. And they really don't have an agenda to peddle and to excite people. Most of the parties are out of the parliament or have very minimal presence in the national parliament, in the Senate, upper house and the lower house, except for the Pakistan People's Party and PMLN of Nawaz Sharif. Now, it had been very much on the cards, very much writing on the wall that they will never really be able to pull off critical moments, like a decision on whether to contest the Senate elections, which are due in March, resignations en masse. Most of the Pakistanis were very clear that there will never be en masse resignations. The demands that have been coming only from the parties which are minimally represented in the national parliament. And now that the Pakistan People's Party has decided not only to contest by-elections to 8 national and provincial assembly seats, but also to participate in the Senate elections, I think the sting is out. Whatever little sting there was in the PDM, it is out. And secondly, the JUI's Maulana Fazlur Rahman, who is generally termed as the parliamentary jobless, unemployed, who for 14 years held the title of the chairman of the Kashmir Committee. He feels so helpless out of power. But now he is faced with another challenge within his own party after having unilaterally expelled 4 senior members, 4 founding members. And I think they are probably going to form the 4th or 5th faction of the Jamiat Ulama Islam. So this itself is a very bitter, sad comment on the state of politics that Maulana Fazlur Rahman has tried to play in this country.
All right, so speaking specifically now about the resignations en masse, you're saying that that's a very bleak chance that all these leaders will actually step down by the 31st of December, which would also mean that their ultimatum to Prime Minister Imran Khan for him to step down by the 31st of January would also then fizzle out.
Well, obviously, I mean, they've been shifting the goalposts. You know, we have to take into consideration the ground realities in Pakistan. That is that the Pakistan People's Party is the largest party in the upper house. It also is ruling the second largest province, Sindh. And it also has good representation in the lower house, in the National Assembly. So why would such a party simply leave the field to others by resigning? I don't think they will resign, so this would automatically mean a death knell for the PDM. And also, in addition to that, a former member of Jamiat Ulama Islam's Jamiat Ulama Islam, like Ajmal Qadri, has dropped virtually a bombshell, a daisy cutter on Jamiat Ulama Islam and the Muslim League, because they had been propagating in the last few days that Imran Khan, the Prime Minister Imran Khan, has sent a delegation or his advisor has visited Israel. Whereas it turned out that Ajmal Qadri, the former JUI leader, and some others visited Israel during Nawaz Sharif's period. So that basically they're basically now reeling from a ploy that they began against Imran Khan, and it has now turned against them. So it's a very sad state of affairs as far as PDM is concerned, and I don't really see much hope for them.
Imtiaz Gul, appreciate very much for joining us on the broadcast with those perspectives, leaving it there for the moment. Moving on for now.